Good morning, everyone. My name is Chelsea. Welcome to Little Mountain Ranch. I'm really happy to have you here with me today. I am speaking quietly because everyone in my house is still asleep. It is bright and early. It's around 6:15 a.m. and I am just getting my tea made and my fires all going, and then I'll be getting outside to get my morning chores done. We have a really busy day ahead of us today, and I thought it would be fun to bring you along with us and show you what we are up to. First things first, though, let's have some tea. One of the things that I love about using a tea ball is that, well, one, there's a little bit less waste than using bags, but also I can adjust the amount of caffeine that I'm getting because I find most tea bags are a bit too strong for me. So I can just use a little bit. Head out and do chores probably in about 45 minutes, and in the meantime do a little bit of editing. Now let's head down, and I am going to milk the cow, but since I showed you that on I think my last video, I thought today I would show you the goats because I realized that I've mentioned them but I have not shown you guys the goats in quite some time. So we'll go there first and I'll get them all fed. We only have, how many goats do we have right now? We have 2 does and 2 wethers right now. So does are female goats and wethers are castrated males. This sweet goat here, this is Ruby. She is the sweetest goat, but she is in the feeder. Come on, miss, come on. Come on, out you go, out you go. Good girl. Don't chew on that, miss. Don't you chew on that. Hi, Elsa. Hello. And Sven and Olaf. Sweet girl. All right. Let's fill your feeder. You sweet girl. Okay, where did I put my milking bucket? I am going to go and get fireweed milked. All right, Miss Fireweed, let's go get you milked. Elvis. Hi, buddy. Good morning, Maple. How are you? Milking is now all done. Back up to the house, but this sunrise is just getting more beautiful by the second. Let me show you. The sunrise is fading very, very quickly. We ended up missing the majority of that beautiful sunrise. Well, the sun hasn't actually come up over the mountain yet. This time of year, this is south over this way. The sun comes up right there and then it just goes along the horizon and then sets right behind here about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So our days are pretty short. We end up losing our light here earlier than the people over in the east do So that's east over that way. The sun goes behind this mountain to the west and shades us out pretty quickly in the wintertime. It's wonderful in the summer on really hot days, not so great in the wintertime. So we're gonna go get this milk strained, and then we have to come back out because we have to set up the pens for selling a couple of our cows that we're selling today. So we're selling Red, her calf, and Poppy. We have been thinking long and hard about this decision over the last couple of months, actually probably since springtime really, about whether or not we were going to keep these cows. This is our hayland down here, and we currently don't have enough hayland to support ourselves the number of animals that we have. Good morning. So if we were to keep these cows that we're selling today, we would need to buy hay. And with hay prices being what they are in the spring, we were buying hay for $200 a ton. It was crazy, and I imagine it's going to be just as high when we need to buy hay again this year. What we've decided to do is to just keep our 2 dairy cows that we have, and then the steers that we are raising up for our own meat. We are still planning on farming livestock. We're looking at sheep for the spring. We could be able to sustain sheep here ourselves, no problem. They eat a significant amount less than cattle do. Plan is that we are going to be loading in this area here. We're going to have to put a panel across the hay. As you can see, a cow broke in here. Little monkey who's eating the inside out of that hay bale. And also our goats have been climbing over this hay, so it's looking a little bit sad. But what we're gonna do is put a panel across there. We'll put a panel across here, close this gate here, and have the cows sitting in here, and then we can just back up the truck and the trailer to right here. We've done this many times before, and it's usually works pretty well. The only thing is that the cow, one of the cows that we're selling is Red, and she is pretty wild, so it might be a little bit more challenging. The other cow that we're selling is Poppy, that's our Holstein. She's the black and white Holstein that I've shown you before, and she's a pretty nice and gentle cow, so she should load pretty easily. And then we'll also be loading Red's calf, who is also pretty wild, so it might be a little exciting, we'll see. Perfect, so if we can just get some twine to tie it on over on this side, should be perfect. So that means we actually only need 2 panels maybe, hey? Say that. 20. Our grain is stored down in this spot, so we are gonna have to put a panel up right here so that the cows don't jump over that way. That would not be good. One thing that we have learned over the years is to imagine being a cow and did you just get covered in snow? The snow is sloughing off the roof here and a little bit fell down, landed on Matthew. Usually if there is a ton of snow on the roof, we're very careful about that because you can actually get hurt, but we don't have, yeah, right there. Can you just even lean it down? Anyway, what I was saying is that we try to pretend we're a cow and then look at the situation and try to see where they could potentially try to get out. So any holes or anything like that, because the one thing that's important about loading any type of livestock is you only want to try to do it once, because if you fail and they escape one time, it makes it 10 times harder to load them, get them back in the pen again, and then try to load them because they're on to you at that point. So it's really important to try to make it as least stressful as possible and just get ahead of any of those possible escape routes. Baling twine is a farmer's best friend. The one disadvantage of baling twine is I'm calling this temporary, but in all likelihood it's going to sit here for years like this. Hang on, let me save you here. Let's go this way. Whoa, it's so icy. Okay, let's go down this way and try to cross over. I think this spot looks a little bit safer. Okay, just a sec. Let me get across first and then I'll help you. Okay. Let me grab my hand. There we go. That's good, girls. Yeah, that was my thought. Good job, girls. That is a gorgeous calf. They're gonna be really happy with her. So they said they were fine with me filming, the loveliest people. What we're doing is a bit of a barter trade, which I love doing. If you've been here for a while, you'll know that I love to barter and trade, especially these days when people are short on cash but have stuff. So we're trading a quad and some cash. That's what we're getting for cows. We were going to be doing the 3 cows, so Poppy, Red, and her calf. And with some kind of negotiating because the quad had some issues, we are going to be doing the 2 red cows for the quad and some cash, which Dad and I are both happy with, and these guys seem happy with it too. So now hopefully the loading goes smoothly. You stay close though, Poppy, so Red stays calm. There, now you want to go back that way because that's the way Poppy went, right? Come on. Good girl. Good girl. I think the space is pretty small. Like I kind of feel like if we open this up a little and then pull that in, so they have, yeah, there we go. It's just kind of squishy for them. And now block them off on that end. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my girls. Beauty.
There we
Okay.
go.
Nice work. Well, that was relatively painless. See you later, ladies. It's very nice to meet both of you.
Really nice to meet you. Bless you.
You too.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
See ya. I feel so great having been outside doing some farm work in the sun. Oh, what a way to uplift my spirits. So now we're gonna head inside and get the chicken fried up for the chicken paprikash. Paprikash? I can't remember. My mom teased me about the way that I spelt it when I sent her a message about getting the recipe last night, because I make something similar, but my mom has all the recipes all written down with proper measurements and all of that. So yeah, she teased me. I think I spelt it Paprikash, like Poppercosh or something. There's the pod. Oh, it's so beautiful outside. Look at how beautiful it is. We haven't had any sunshine in a while. I just love meeting nice people. Kind, lovely people. That's what those people were like. They were just lovely. Okay. Okay, let's get our chicken that I had thawing in the sink. And this recipe calls for thighs, but I did not divide out my thighs from my legs this year, which I actually regret doing now. But so this is going to be thighs and legs. I'm going to fry up my chicken so that it is browned a little bit before I put it into my Dutch oven. The reason that I keep my skin on my chicken when I freeze it is because it gives it just a little bit of added protection against freezer burn. There we go. Getting some nice browning happening.
I really want to see you go like this.
Okay, so we're gonna add some bouillon to this, just a little bit. Come on. Yeah, there you go. We need
Please stop off my fingers. Like he's a big swallow.
Okay, into this, we're going to add 6 tablespoons of paprika. I'm going to add a little bit of smoked paprika. Look at that color. 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. I think probably that looks good. So what my mama says is that if all the meat is not red, add more paprika. This is going to be 6 tablespoons of paprika. So lots and lots of paprika.
It is so sticky.
To add peppers. This calls for green peppers, but I have mixed peppers, so that's what I'm adding. 3 cups of water. That's hard to squeeze, isn't it? You want some help?
This place.
Okay, we have
Is 3 garlic good?
6. We need 6, yeah. Onion. This looks so yummy already. So now finish adding our garlic to this and then put this in the oven and bake it until the chicken is cooked through. Okay. Now we are just going to stop for a lunch break now, so I'll see you all again in a little bit. All right, my friends, we are back at it. We went to town. My flour order was in. I am very, very excited. I want to show you the flour that I got. TrueGrain is a BC company. You can buy bulk flour from them, raisins, pumpkin seeds, a bunch of other bulk baking goods, but they also make absolutely amazing baked goods. They have 2 outlets, one in Cowichan, British Columbia, and one in Summerland, British Columbia, and their customer service has been amazing. I am not sponsored by TrueGrain or anything. I just think they are an absolutely fantastic company. So if you are in British Columbia and you would like to order some organic bulk flour, they also sell actually smaller packages as well. I will link them down in the show notes for you below. And now we're kind of in a bit of a rush because my second eldest son is coming over for dinner tonight and I need to get dinner together because we just got home and it is, what time is it anyway? It is 5 o'clock. Fortunately, the chicken is all done, so I'm going to show you the next step for this recipe. Okie dokie. Now we need a bowl to put all the bones in. I did this a little bit differently than the recipe calls for. I slow cooked this all day so that I could just go through here and pull all the bones out. My tummy's growling. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And then I'm going to add sour cream to this. And then depending on how thick it is, I might add a little bit of cornstarch as well, just to thicken up the gravy. It smells, you guys, I wish you could smell this. It smells absolutely incredibly delicious. This will be one of the recipes that is in our cookbook, the cookbook that my mom and I are working on together. I'm so excited about this because it's all of our old family recipes. So all the recipes I grew up with, the recipes my kids have grown up with, the recipes my grandparents made for my parents. So it's going to be quite a family treasure when it's all done. Can you grab me some sour cream, please, Oliver?
Yeah, just a sec.
Thanks. Okay, so this calls for 2 cups of sour cream. My mouth is watering. This is going to be so delicious. We're also going to have some steamed corn with this as well. Oh my gosh, that tastes absolutely incredible. gonna add a little bit more sour cream. Okay, time to actually take my coat off, get all this flour put away. I bought 10 25-pound sacks of flour. This is white unbleached flour, so it stores for quite a long time. If you keep it cold, it'll store for up to a year. I'm looking to store it for between 6 to 10 months, depending on how much I bake, and I'll be storing it down in my cold room downstairs. We went to the grocery store and bought some groceries. I'll just show you what we normally buy every week. We buy some lettuce, which is crazy expensive right now. Oh my gosh. Some coconut milk yogurt and 2 different kinds of coconut milk yogurt. This is for Dan. He's not eating any dairy right now. Some unsalted butter for some baking projects that my kids have going on. Some mini cucumbers and some tomatoes, along with 4 bunches of bananas. So everything else comes out of our food storage, either food that we've grown or food that we've purchased in bulk, and then we buy our fruit and our veggies weekly from the grocery store, and sometimes some other things too. You got your cake that you're gonna make? What kind of cake is it?
Marble cake.
A marble cake, that sounds delicious. Are you making it tomorrow? Yeah, I'm gonna get my jacket off, get the kitchen tidied up, and get ready for Sam to show up. I'm so excited.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. He's been really busy with school, so very excited to have him here. Okay, we are getting close. I feel like I haven't really made much of a dent on the kitchen yet. Paprikash, okay. I will get it right eventually. With the chicken paprikash, I keep wanting to say paprikash because I've always called it that my whole life. The paprikash, traditionally my mom would serve it over mashed potatoes and sometimes over egg noodles, but I'm going to be serving it over rice because I have lots of rice right now and I didn't have time to do mashed potatoes. It definitely tastes best with mashed potatoes in my opinion, but it will be fine with rice as well. Smells so good. Smells like my childhood. And we'll put our corn over here. I know that a lot of people comment about how many steps I get in a day because I'm constantly walking around my kitchen. But one thing to note is that to film videos, I do most of my prep work and everything on this counter. But when I am cooking in my kitchen normally, I actually use this counter. I just use it over here for filming because it's really hard to get a good angle on the work surface from over here and a view of the full kitchen. But when I'm cooking over here, I have my stove here, my sink here, all my spices up there, and all of my baking stuff down here, and all of my large mixing utensils and stuff right here. So I actually don't have to move around nearly as much as I do when I am filming. Although, to be fair, I do move around a lot and I'm always up and down, going to the pantry, going out to the freezers, going out to the root cellar. So I do get my steps in for sure, but definitely more when I'm filming than I would normally. Dan and I are talking about doing a Q&A video because we have so many beautiful new faces here on our channel. We thought it might be a good opportunity for you to ask questions that you might have. And so if you do have any questions for us that you would like us to include in the Q&A, put those down in the comment section below and then we'll collect all of those up and answer them in a video in the next couple of weeks. The only questions that we don't usually answer on Q&A videos are anything that has to do with our children. We really try to respect our kids' privacy here on our channel. As you've probably noticed if you've been around here for a while, my kids kind of will come through. Sometimes if we're doing harvest videos, they help with the harvesting, but for the most part, they aren't kind of on the forefront of our channel, and that is intentional. So outside of that though, ask anything that you might like to know about us, or if not even just about us, if you have questions about canning or gardening or cooking or anything like that, feel free to ask away. Our rice is done. So we'll put our rice right over here, and then we'll wait for Sam and scoop up dinner. This supper smells and looks so delicious. So I've decided, because it's so hot, I'm gonna scoop the kids up now because I know Sam's gonna be here any minute, just so it has a chance to cool off a little bit. before everyone sits down to eat. Oh, it smells good. I wish you guys could smell it, and I wish I could have you all over so you could taste it as well. So even though I know that there are many of you watching, when I'm filming, I really do feel like I'm just talking to a few good friends. And I always feel like I need to invite you to sit down at the table and share the meal with us. Seems rather impolite to cook in front of you and then not be able to offer you food. Isn't that funny?
Oh, sure.
Hi, babe. Miss you. All right, everyone. My son is here. This is Sam over here getting a dishwasher. I hope that you all enjoyed today's video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.